refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running. Toes they gonna take it.
This is when you gotta tell.
I've been doing this.
I felt it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Woo! Got the band back together today. All right, y'all. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a good show for y'all today. It's Monday. I know you probably had a great weekend. You're refreshed. Some of y'all like, it's Monday. I got to go to work. But look, we here. And we got some great topics. We got to talk about all those NBA games that happened yesterday. A lot happened over the weekend. A lot of series are starting to receive an identity. We're starting to get a glimpse of who might be winning these series, and some of these series are actually over. But I got two of my bros with me. I got Davey Dollars himself, Mr. Doghouse. And I got Mr. Your Done Son here also, Tomo. They just did a Cowboys panel yesterday. He's going to talk more about that. But how y'all doing, fellas?
Doing better than Bradley Beal. I told y'all, mister, I never been swept in my career. Pick up the broom, boy. It's over. Sons, you're done, son. What's going on, Dave? What's going on, Joe?
I'm good. Wait to get that out. He good. Wait.
Did all that in DC. Look at you.
I understand why you feel the way you do about Bradley Beal now. I understand why you feel that way. But man, I'm excited. The big three is back. The trio is here Monday to start the week. Let's make sure we have a great week. Start off with a great show today. It's Monday. It's Money Making Monday. So you know what we do every day on the show. We turn up.
Turn me up. Up, up, up.
Let's get it. Jody, do you think?
All right, y'all. So look, we are streaming this on 3 different platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and X. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. Follow, subscribe on all 3 platforms if you haven't done that yet. And share the video with somebody that you know personally so they could come on and watch live with you, because you can get involved by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments we'll be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to the first comment from Donnell. He was on the Cowboys panel yesterday with the first comment. Good morning, fellas. But listen, if you go down to the right side on the bottom right of the comment section, you will see a $sign. You click on a $sign, you pick a dollar amount, and then you put in your message, and then you send it, and it becomes a super chat. And no matter what we're doing, what's going on, we're going to pause the scene and hit you with the hold up and give you the floor, because we appreciate all the donations and the gifts.
Gifts, donations.
Oh, see, your word when I do it backwards.
There it is. That kind of threw me off. But listen, last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
All right, so first things first, I know I had to get my Bradley Beal shout out the way, but shout out to all my Cowboy fans in the chat, man. That was a great panel yesterday. If you're not an all-star member and above, make sure y'all become an all-star member above to go see that Cowboys panel. It was a little shaky at first. My man found a way to reel y'all in, but he explained himself in the end, and we also had the first lady of the chat show up as well. So shout out to Reese for hopping on camera and expressing her Cowboy thoughts as well. But neither here nor there. We got to get back to this NBA season because a lot's been going on. I done seen the New York Knicks play in New York, and I know about New York fans, but also seen the New York Knicks play in Philadelphia, and the New York Knicks fans come over and take over the Philadelphia arena. Like, what's going on, Philly? What's going on? I ain't never seen y'all let somebody else take over y'all stadium or arena. Like, this is the first. Fans out there messing with the Wilt Chamberlain statue and all that. And then they all talking about some Embiid in the locker room saying he ain't like it. He just dropped 50 and y'all gonna do this to me? Poor the Denzel Washington, man. He putting cases on all of y'all. But one person he couldn't put a case on was Jalen Brunson. Brunson had a playoff career high, 47 points, led them to the win over the 76ers, and now they have a 3-1 lead. We got to react to it. Joe, I know it was a lot going on about outliers. Talk about it.
Hold up.
Oh, we in super chats.
All bucks.
Shout out to Tay with the 199 super chat. Finally catching the morning show. Well, hey, we got something in store for you. Hashtag R2L, hashtag Magic and 6. Wave the wand.
Hashtag play that song. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic.
Hashtag light the beam-esque.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. You downplay the beam. I'm like, bro, y'all pressing the button to play the song. Come on, y'all lighting the beam. It's cool. I did it. But look, though.
Hey, go ahead, man.
76ers and the Knicks, man. All right. All right. I don't want to be too harsh, but I think I gotta keep it real. All right. One guy on game 4, right, put the team on his back, and the other guy didn't. That was the difference in that ball. Nick and Tech ball game always into the fourth quarter, and then like it was like a big part of the fourth quarter. Nobody was scoring. It was bad shooting, but one guy put a cape on, and the other guy didn't. That one guy I'm talking about that put a cape on was Jalen Brunson. Like you said, Tombo, he put up 47 points. The rest of his team put up 65. Everybody shot poorly, but he put up 47 points and he shot the ball with 30 sometimes, I think, right? I'm not mistaken, or 20 sometimes. The 76ers, the rest of the team scored 50 and B 27. Now, in the fourth quarter, Brunson scored 9 and B scored 1 point over 5 from the field. He only made 1 free throw. And people what they were doing, they were constantly doubling Embiid, and then he would pass it out, or he would force up a crazy shot. It was only one time he was wide open. He pump fake and tried to score a layup, try to draw a foul, then get the drop out call. Brunson was also getting double. Excuse me. Brunson was also getting double, but he found a way. It was one shot when Embiid was draped all over him, and he hit the fadeaway, and he faded away over Embiid. Once he hit that, I should have pulled that clip up. Once he hit that shot, I was like, it's going to be Brunson's night. Also, that irritated me with Embiid. In the fourth quarter, right? In the fourth quarter, rebounders, New York Knicks, 18, 76ers to 8. Josh Hart, 8 rebounds. OG, it's in the fourth. Josh Hart, 6 rebounds. OG, 3 rebounds. Brunson, 2. McBride, 2. Right? Precious, right?
There you go.
PA. Called PA. Huh?
Said Precious Achua.
Achua. There we go. Achua, 5 rebounds.
Bless
you know how many rebounds Embiid had in the fourth quarter? Uno. 1. That's it. Oh, Joe, he's hurt. Listen, he is hurt. You're right. He's hurt. But didn't Embiid come out and say that they were going to win the series? Didn't Embiid say that?
Yeah.
Now, Embiid never said that. I'm going to benefit that. Oh, you're hurt. But he came out and said that we're going to win the series. We are the better team. But both teams look equally there, right? But Jalen Brunson, man, his will in the fourth quarter got them over the hump. So every Knicks player in the fourth quarter out-rebounded and Joel Embiid. And there was one possession. They got like 4 offensive rebounds in a row. The Knicks had 7 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter, while the 76ers had 8 rebounds total. like that's like the will, the want was there. Now, here's the thing, though. And the Knicks had 6, but last thing I'm going to say is this. I told y'all, man, Jalen Brunson's going to go crazy. Didn't I say that? He started a little sluggish, scoring 22, 24, something like that. But he been balling. Right now, Jalen Brunson's averaging 33 a game, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. But what I say, poor shooting, right? He's shooting 40% from the field, 25% from three. But he's getting his shots up. So shout out to the Knicks. I picked them to lose in 6, and they up 3-1. So I'm already wrong. They got to win in 7 and 76ers. But are they going to do it? I don't know.
Dave?
You know what also happened with this series? Remember before it started, they said the 76ers said that they wanted to play the Knicks because it was the easier series.
I knew I was going to bite them, but go ahead. I knew it. What they said.
I said that too. That was one of the reasons why I picked the Knicks to win the series. The Knicks just wanted more. That's just what I see. The Knicks just want to win this series more. Everyone else, like you said, everyone else for the 76ers stepped up yesterday. It was the other way around when Embiid put up 50. But now, when everyone else needs you, because they're putting up what they need to, you only put up 20-some points. It's not enough. Yes, I do understand that he got diagnosed with partial Bell's palsy. So that's definitely something that you have to take seriously. But at the end of the day, he put up 50 with Bell's palsy. So he should be able to put up 30, I would say. Put up 30, 35 with Bell's palsy. Jalen Brunson just he's attacking. He's doing exactly what you say he was going to do, Joe. You said that he was going to at least average about 30, 35 points, and he was going to shoot the ball crazy. He actually shot over 50%. He shot 18 of 34 in that game. And the Knicks, like I said, I just feel like the Knicks want to win this series a lot more. They took that, what they said about the 76ers saying that they wanted this matchup because it was easier, and they put that on the clipboard. They put that on the whiteboard. It was like, oh, we're the easier series? Okay. Yeah, we don't have Julius, but remember, they are what, 20, 23 and 4 with OG?
Hold up.
Okay. Shout out to Blaze, $4.99 super chat. Good morning, everyone. Let's have a great week. Hashtag Let's Go Clippers. Should have known you was going to put that hashtag up.
Shout out to Blaze in the super chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's really all my thoughts on this. I just feel like the Knicks they just wanted more, man. There's too many times where they were making mistakes. Tobias Harris, you can't rely on him for real. There's maybe one game he'll show up, but other than that, he ain't really there. He's getting paid too much money to just be a guy on the team. Maxey, pretty much did what he needed to do, but Embiid just got he got to step up. And that moment when your team has a chance to go down 3-1, you gotta do whatever you need to do to win that game. Got to be more aggressive. Gotta make the baskets count. There was too many times they missed layups that should have been easy makes. It's just it can't happen. Can't happen in this. And then Philly fans got someone else that came into your town and just took over.
Man, it got so bad they was shouting MVP, and it wasn't for Embiid. It was for Brunson. First Knick player to score 40 and 10 in playoff history as a Knick. That's crazy. That's crazy. He's going off. Like you said, Dave, I agree with you. The Knicks just wanted more. Also, people forget, where's Villanova? Ain't that in Philadelphia? Jalen Brunson said he's from Philly, right? He said he's an Eagles fan. He went there and showed off like he was an Eagles fan because he went in there, dropped 40 and 10 on them boys.
Three of them went to Villanova. Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, and Brunson.
It was a meme going around talking this is the trio that we didn't know we needed or something like that. But hey, it seemed to be working out. Josh Hart got 17 boards. Like these when you say heart, like he's the heart of the team. But I got one thing to say about Tobias Harris too, though, man. Like for you all to say that he's a Jag, he's the most expensive Jag I've seen in a while. You know what I mean? And back in the day, Jaguars was expensive cars, but people don't even buy them no more. So that right there goes to show you what Tobias Harris is doing. And B, man, the health is not working. It's not in your favor at this time, bro. Like this was really your moment. You dropped to 50. We thought you was going to bounce back, or maybe the team was going to bounce back and help you out in this game. But again, something about Jalen Brunson. I think he left with an injury at some point. That I think the Knicks had probably had like a 7-point lead at that time. He came back, came off the bench, and said, "All right, it's time to end this. There's no more time to play around. If you're going back home, we're gonna win this one in New York." So for me, the trade for OG saved them because they were full. This was a team full of wings, no wing stop. But now they got players that can actually, they pull some players in, so now everybody has even minutes. They can actually play their role, and fruits of their labor, man. Celtics better make something happen because, I mean, the Bucks injury, 76ers are dealing with healing. But this Knicks team, if they come into Boston and they wanted more than you, not saying, Dave, that it's over for y'all, but because of the injury, some people are saying this is just what it's going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. So Philly, I hate to say it, the basketball Philly. 76ers, let's do this. 76ers, you might be done, son.
Yo, Joel Embiid getting mad at the Knicks fans. It's like, bro, like, what you talking about? Like, he getting mad. Like, I hate when players have poor performances and they come out and say, like, oh, the fans got to be better. Give the fans a reason to cheer in the fourth quarter. I mean, you went over 5. And, like, I get it. Embiid, like, you watch, like Embiid was getting double every time he got the ball. But like you said, Dave, do whatever it takes. This is the playoffs, my man. All great players get double in the fourth quarter. That's part of the game. They're trying to get the ball in your hands. But Embiid catches the ball too far out. Oh, it's his injury. Well, you guarantee the victory, bro. You got to do something. Y'all down 3-1. So I don't want to hear your injury when you guarantee the victory. After a loss, by the way. So that's all I got to say. Let's get it. So we're going to the shows?
Yeah, ain't too much to talk about with that one, man. The 76ers, they had their chance. The rest of the players got to step up. Tobias might be out of there, man. They got to do something.
He out.
He need to be.
First of all, his bag's already packed.
Trade-wise.
His bag's already packed. No, he's going last year his contract.
Oh, yeah, he done. Yeah,
his bag's already packed. Here he got a ticket booked and everything. He gone. He gone. He's got no wing. If he got to flex a ticket, he got to move. That's all he wanted right now. A ticket already purchased, though. He out. Bags packed and everything. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get it, man. Let's go through these shows, man. All right, listen, y'all. If you're watching, R2L is not just a show. It's a network. We have a plethora of shows, like Dave will say. And here are all the shows as you can see. Now, you go into the description section, you can see all the links for all these shows. Click on the link, check them out, follow their journey. All right? So let's go through them. First show, BWT, Baseball with Teddy. This is a baseball-only show. All your baseball content goes through BWT. He just had an episode that aired yesterday, so make sure I go and check that out. Yankees versus the A's, Athletics. That's what I'm talking about, Athletics. And that series recap. Make sure I go check it out. By the way, Athletics won the game too. FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. Now, this is a fantasy football only league. Fantasy football only show, but fantasy football is not going on right now, so obviously he's going over like the NFL draft, NFL free agency, stuff like that. Basically, NFL all-season news. So tune in to FFC. We got College Talking College, CTC. All your college football, college basketball content goes through CTC. He just did an NFL draft. Obviously, college players going into the NFL, so he had to like make that happen. Form the bridge. So he did that show on the NFL draft live. Make sure you go check that episode out. Kings Talk with Joe Jordan. It's only Sacramento Kings Talk. You're a Sacramento Kings fan, follow the journey. If not, you're an NBA fan, still follow the journey. We're going to do some off-season talks. Dave's Doghouse, right? It's a show basically going over lowlights and highlights of anybody in the sports world. And he actually have a show. Well, let me say this. If you do a great job, exceptional job, more than others at your job, he'll put you in the yard as a dog. If you do not do your job, he'll put you in a dog house. You don't want to be in the doghouse, trust me. And you will stay in there until you behave. And he has an episode coming out today at 12 noon. All right, so make sure y'all check that out. 12 noon Eastern time. Check it out. RBO, Real Ballers Only. It's an NBA with Vaughn. This is an NBA only show. Obviously, NBA playoffs is going on right now, so he's gonna have an episode dropping soon. So make sure y'all check out RBO, Real Ballers Only. And last but not least, in the red corner, this is a boxing show with Fast Camp, Tony, Ricky, and Ty. Right, so y'all stay tuned for their show. They normally have a show every other Sunday. All right, so this is great boxing content. Make sure you tune in to them. And those are all the shows. Tomo, back to you.
You was gonna tell them about Refuse to Lose? Oh, they tuned in. They should already know about Refuse to Lose. No, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? One more thing, Tomo. All right, public announcement, everybody. We are, me and the fellas, me, Dave, and Tomo, we made a decision to switch the time back from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. again. So we'll be doing the show starting Thursday. So obviously we today at 9 a.m. Tomorrow will be 9 a.m. Wednesday we're off. And Thursday we will be going back to 7 p.m. Tomo, now it's back to you.
Now for all of those that got an issue with that, you should have been hitting the like button. You stayed on at 9, but y'all don't listen. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. It's free. But talk about free. Free throws. There we go. It's not free. Tell him, Teddy. Shout out to Teddy with the 4. Oh, hold on. Let me do this. Shout out to T-Mert, a.k.a. Teddy, a.k.a. BWT, with the $4.99 super chat. Shout out to the La Familia, R2L, hashtag, man, y'all need long hashtags, man. It's too early in the morning for this. Hashtag get with it or get rolled over. Hashtag humbly. Hashtag start spreading the news. Got you, Dave. Hashtag do your job. Hashtag fight on. Hashtag Celtics in 5. Hashtag Red Sox suck.
Red Sox sucks. That's what he says. He says it's so hard.
Oh man, Teddy, you sound like me being from an area not liking the team though. That's crazy.
You really like the Red Sox, bro. Like,
man, but you like the Celtics, like, and you like the Patriots. Teddy, I understand your pain. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna call them Boston going forward. Yeah, you hate Boston? I got you.
Hold up.
Got another one running right back.
Back to back.
Shout out to Tay, man, with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you. Now I can catch every show live. Told you, say we had something special for you, man.
You did.
Man, we got something special for you. And just like Kawhi Leonard being out, the Clippers had something special for the Mavs. They said, hey, man, look, Blaze was trying to warn you earlier that the offense with the Clippers kind of move a little bit more fluently without Kawhi being there. That's exactly what happened. They came out and started. They had like a 31-point lead, but they almost blew that lead. And the Mavericks almost came back and won that game. Either way, the Clippers held on to a 116-111 victory. Now the series is tied at 2-2. We got to talk about why Kyrie, or more so Luka, why Luka feels like he's letting Kyrie down. And I'll start this one off and I'll say, yeah, you really are, Luka. You're letting them down with your intangibles. You know what I mean? Like, you can clearly see that Kyrie is out there trying to do everything he can in his power to keep this team in the game. And then there's some untimely turnovers by you, Luka. There's just so many moments in the game where it just looks like you don't know what's going on. But then as the lead starts to mount or you all start to force this comeback, you start to pick it up. And I think this is one of the things that's been plaguing you with the playoffs in your career either way, is like you have too many lapses in big games. And this right here is a big game because now you can go up 3-1, go back to LA, and y'all can close out this series. You're at home, everything's on your side, but yet again, Kawhi Leonard not being there, you all start off a little sluggish, and then boom, you got to fight your way back into the game. That wears people down. That wears a team down. And now you're leaning on people like Derrick Jones and all your role players to make big plays when they're just like, look, we want to feed off of you two guys. Of course, Kyrie's been in these moments. We seen what he did. You seen him drop the 3 on Steph in the finals. You seen him try to make playoff runs with LeBron. It's just, you seen him try to make playoff runs with KD. Look at the names. He tried to make a playoff run with James Harden at one point. But at the end of the day, it's y'all two, and then it's everyone else. And they feed off of that energy. So you got to pick it up. Shout out to the Clippers, though, for finding their offense. I mean, Kawhi and the injuries. It's again untimely playoff injuries with these two players. It's between him and Embiid, it's not looking good. But Paul George, James Harden, Russ, they all say, look, we can move now. We can run the ball through Harden, and then we could just score at will. It seems like Paul George picks up his game even more when Kawhi is not there. I'm not saying or stir the pot, but this offense looks a little better without Kawhi Leonard. He can kind of go off into the sunset. 75% Mavs fan, man. I'm a little hurt right now, but Clippers, y'all doing y'all thing, man. Ty Lue making the right calls at times. Take it away, Joe.
So all right. The Clippers, this has been a defensive series. Let me start there. It's been a defensive series. I believe both sides are playing great defense. And like the difference in every game, and I mentioned this in the chat, it's a 3-point shootout. When you look at yesterday alone, and you look at the first quarter, the Clippers were 8 from 11 from the 3-point line. I mean, they were just making everything. They got a 20. What was the score? The score was 39-16 after the end of the first quarter. But then after that, the Mavs won every other quarter. But the hot shooting from the first quarter got them that lead. That's the same thing happened in game one. The hot shooting from the first quarter got them that huge lead. The Clippers in both of their wins. Win number one, they shot 50% from three. Win number two, they shot 62% from three. Both of their losses, they shot under 30%. So, like, yes, the offense, I mean, Tom, I know you said they look better with Kawhi. I think it's just because they making their threes. Now, don't get me wrong, Kawhi is still hurt, though.
Better. They look faster.
Oh, okay.
They play faster.
Yeah, I can see that. And Kawhi is still hurt. You can clearly see it. He's still hurt. And you can kind of tell that Luka was kind of dealing with an injury, but he was out there though, and his usage rate was still high. Like he was still like controlling the offense. He didn't look hurt enough to not be a bigger impact than what he was. But the key person in this whole series is James Harden. James Harden is a key person. I mean, if you'd have told me by game 4, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, from here on out, this is where I want to see James Harden play well. When it's like, cause last year, the same thing happened. He played well all the way up until they got up 3-2. They got up 3-2 on the Celtics. In the last 2 games, he flopped. They got up 3-2 against the Warriors. Last 2 games, he flopped. So I need to see James Harden close the deal. But he has been playing very well though. This series, he's averaging 26.7 assists, shooting 54, 50, and 91 splits. That's crazy. And James Harden is literally like, if Paul George is not making a tough shot, James Harden is controlling everything offensively. I mean, when they do look good, it's because of James Harden. Like, he looking like the old Harden without the scoring volume that he had before, like as far as the shot attempts. But he's been playing well. Like, he's been controlling that offense to the T. He's been the only consistent one this whole playoffs for the Clippers. So, but we need more. If the Mavs going to win, we need more consistency from Luka. Luka can't be. I know he's banged up, but like he said, Kyrie put up a show, and Luka, he does have these turnovers, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, he's just throwing it. Like I don't know. Like it was one to sound like he just threw it, and it's like bro, what are you doing? So, shout out to Donnell Blackwell. Shout out to Worm for the $10 super chat. The Mavs suck. They doing everything to try and lose the series. Oh, and Kevin's a fan. Doesn't help either. Hashtag R2L. Hashtag apology accepted, y'all. Hashtag Zeke is back. Oh, no. All right. Yeah. All right. I was wondering, like, they didn't put my comment up, but I think y'all did, though. Shout out to one. But yeah, so that's it, man. Like, James Harden doing your thing. You're doing your thing, but you know, I gotta see James Harden continue this for the rest of the series.
Yeah, James Harden and Paul George for sure. I'm good.
You good now?
James Harden and Paul George for sure cooked yesterday, and especially in the fourth. In the fourth quarter, James Harden put up 15 points in the fourth. He made key play after key play. Him and Kyrie Irving were trading buckets in the fourth quarter, and Kyrie made a ridiculous layup in the fourth quarter. Oh my goodness, that's why he's my favorite point guard. But James Harden just did exactly what he needed to do. Paul George had 26 in the first half. Then it kind of sort of went down a little bit, and then he made some key buckets in the fourth as well. This series might go 7. This series just might go 7 because it's like a back and forth game. Is like, okay, we win this game, okay, y'all win that game. All right, we win this game, okay, y'all win that game. It's like I don't know what's happening. And shout out to Blaze. Blaze said that they play better without Kawhi. He said that the offense is more fluid without Kawhi, and this is that. And I saw that yesterday. Everyone's moving around. Everyone has a hand on the ball, especially when you have James Harden controlling the offense. He knows what he's doing. He's I won't say he's a magician, but he's making special plays out there. I'll say that. But he's doing everything he needs to do to help this team win. He had 33, 7, and 6 in that game. He had 4 threes. He was 12 of 17 from the field. And in the fourth, he shot 6 of 8. So he only missed 2 shots in the fourth. He made key, and I think the last 3 buckets, there was a point where where him and Kyrie was trading buckets, where he made 3 straight floaters, and all of them were tough. James Harden was just doing everything he needed to do to help that team win. And not only that, he was making key plays on defense too. He was making, like, even if it was a foul, he made sure it wasn't like an and one. He fouled them so they had to go to the line. And Luka, that's another thing, man. The Mavs were missing key free throws. Luka had missed 2. Like, he went to the line and break both of them. Like, you can't do that in a game like this, especially when it's going back and forth. And I'll say another thing. The Clippers defense was really physical on Luka yesterday. I think that's what frustrated him, because he couldn't get open space. They wasn't allowing him to get any open space. They made sure they put their bodies on him every single time. They made it tough for Luka yesterday. And I think if they continue to do that, the Clippers can win a series. I know I picked the Mavs to win this, but this can clearly go back and forth. You really this series you really have no idea who's going to win this series.
Kev, you can't say that just about James Harden, because Luka got away with a few flops himself.
Luka flopped a lot.
Yeah, like for every phantom foul that James Harden got, Luka was getting one too. So. And then the rest of this game, they was calling a lot of offensive fouls. Like, it was a lot of unnecessary offensive fouls on both sides.
Exactly. And Luka forced a few of them and flopped like 3 times. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
So it's not just James Harden flopping. Everybody is flopping.
Yeah.
But yeah, they, like you said, the Clippers were physical. I think this whole playoff, this whole series has been a physical series on both sides. I think the difference on both of the Clippers wins is that first quarter boost and the 3-point, the terrific. Like I said, they shot over 50% the first game, 62% yesterday. That's crazy. If you shooting 62%, you better win. That's crazy. And the Mavs, like when the Mavs won, they shot like over 40% both times, and the Clippers shot under 30. So that's a big key. Like when we watch Game 5, that's something you gotta be looking for. Like, we should be watching that game. But okay, they making 8 threes early. Okay. This might be where it might be going, you know. But one thing I want to say to Tomo said, Luka have lapses in the clutch. I mean,
I said throughout the game.
Yeah, he does. You know, I just hate how the Mavs offense run. It's too Luka and Kyrie centric, like it really is.
No, it was one. It was
Kyrie
one
was going off, but that's because he's so good 1-on-1. But it wasn't a flow of no offense. It was just him going 1-on-1 and just doing his thing. And it's like that's not. To me, it's not a winning formula. But
no. Luka needs to learn how to move off the ball a little bit more. Maybe he was tired. I don't know what it was, but it was one play where Kyrie got the ball. He was over in the corner and he got triple teamed, and Luka was just standing at the top of the 3-point line. Just standing there, like, bro, move in so he can make a perfect pass or something, like, so he can make a play. You just standing there, and then it turned into a turnover.
No, and Von Wright, Luka has to win the series because he's not playing well. Yeah, I get it. He getting triple doubles every game. Oh, what's he do? He getting triple doubles, right? But let me see the stats in the playoffs. I think he's shooting terrible. Hold on. He is shooting. Okay, he's not shooting. This regular season. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Luka is shooting for this year's playoffs 38%. That's not good. This is like he all career lows. 38%, 26% from three. Yeah, he getting triple doubles and all that crap, but like, come on, he averaging 29. You're like, what? 29, bro? He be cooking the Clippers. 29 is low.
Clippers are being physical with him. They're not allowing him to be himself.
I mean, I don't think, because I feel like they always been physical with Luka. It's just Luka is a good player. I don't think that's the reason why. I think we're due for a Luka game though.
I mean,
They're due for a Luka game.
I said the James Harden playoff subscription ended in Game 5, so we gonna see.
Yeah, he's playing super efficient. I gotta give him to him. Like he's not turning the ball over a lot. James Harden balling right now.
Game 5.
He is balling.
So we gonna say Game 5. Gotta make it happen.
Let's get it.
Talk about the chats, because that's where it's gonna happen at.
So just like we have a plethora of shows, we have a plethora of chats.
Mm.
And as Joe said, we are moving back to 7 p.m. on Thursday.
Woo!
We will be 9 a.m. today and tomorrow, but we have an off day on Wednesday, of course. And after that, we will be back at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Woo!
So that means more people will be able to watch the show. I know we got 23 people watching right now. We appreciate you. But yeah, we're going back to 7 p.m. So these chats, we pretty much did the latest news here first. We had an NFL draft show that was on CTC that had as many as 29 people watching at one time, which was I think that was the highest that CTC has had so far. He got 3 new subscribers on there, so shout out to Carl for being a great host on that show. And as you see, we were giving out information about who's being drafted before it was announced on TV, like a minute or two before it was announced on TV. But we do that in the chats as well. And these chats, we also have debates in here. We have topics that come from these chats. We have some of these chats are free for the moment until we get to 30. We have a goal to reach 30 in each chat. Once we do that, then every chat is going to go back to how it was when we first started these memberships. And Tom is going to go over the memberships. But these chats we have are the NBA, WNBA, NFL, Major League Baseball. You have college sports, which is college football. Then you have college basketball, men and women. You have boxing that has its own chat. You got UFC and wrestling in one. You have hockey. You got soccer. Then we got F1 racing as well. So those are all the chats that we have. Then we also have a parlay chat, but that is ran by RBO Vaughn, and you have to be a superstar member in order to be in that chat. So those are all the chats that we have. And of course the VIP chat. That's where you have to be a superstar member or above to be in that chat. And you pretty much can talk about any and everything that's related to sports. Got to make sure I say that at the end because it has to be sports related, nothing else, just sports related. But yeah, we talk about any and everything. Like I say, you can debate in there topics. You can ask for us to talk about something. Sometimes there are things that come up in these chats that that becomes a topic. That's how we found out. We found out that what's the guy's name? The receiver just got shot.
Tank Dell.
Tank Dell out of Houston just got shot the other day. So we put those news out there, and whether it's serious, whether it's a wedding, a baby shower, it's out there. But those are the chats, and the chats that are not free are the NBA, NFL, parlay chat, and the R2L VIP chat. Everything else is free for now until we reach 30.
because those four are not free, I'm gonna tell you about these memberships right quick. So you can click the link in the description, and I'm gonna start from the highest all the way down to the bottom, because those 4 chats that are not free, you need to either be a superstar or an all-star member. And the superstar level for $9.99 a month gets you in that R2L and that parlay chat. You could be a guest on the show, and you get awards and plaques for those episodes. As you can see, we got the Not Too Early award, nominees going out. So folks in the chat, man, it's time to step it up. We back to 7 now. No more excuses. No more excuses. We
shout
back
out
to
my
7.
brother Tony, who's winning 3 awards so far right now.
Man.
I called it. I said, my brother starts growing up, he'll win some awards.
And that's exactly what happened, because he said, I'm going to show up on the Doghouse, BWT.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for him and FFC to do an episode. Now, that's the one. That's going to be the one.
That is going to be a 3-hour show.
Man, shout out to the editors, man. Y'all going to have a field day with that one. But you get member shout outs also to our superstar members. I'm gonna run those back in a second. All-star level for $4.99 a month. You get member only videos, join multiple chats, and you get to request a topic or segment nominee for all the shows that are on the network. That's all the shows that are on the network, including their segments as well. Pro level, you get pro level for $2.99. I'm sorry, I gotta tell you the price. You just like, what is it? $2.99 a month. You get loyalty badges next to your name and comments in the live chats, as you can see throughout the show. The loyalty badges are right there. Also, they got priority comments. They get to jump to the front unless you want to drop a super chat. That's on you. Then you got priority comments, and you get to join one sports chat. Now let me run it back to the superstar level right quick for the $9.99. That's the perks with everything I just said. But shout out to our superstar members. We got Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Cardo, Teddy, Coach, Vaughn, and Lamar. Joe, we got somebody new on the docket. 7 p.m., man. Y'all better be there. Thursdays. Now let's get back to the show.
Isn't Reese a superstar member too?
She should be. We gotta check that list again.
Yeah, check the list again.
Yeah. We're gonna check that list again. Hold on. We're gonna check that list again. When we get back to
we get back, yeah.
We gotta get back to the show, because the Suns ain't getting back to the court. They not getting back to the court. I still had the membership. So
What are you talking about?
I was like, you gonna click the button? All right. See, that's just what happened to Bradley Beal, man. He came out there and said, look, man, I ain't never been swept and dropped 9 points and fouled out. I don't know what's going on, Brad, but we gotta step it up. Actually, you know what? I messed up. I'm talking about Bradley Beal too early. Ty, my bad, bro. The Pacers been out here just beating up on the Bucks left and right, and we ain't nobody even said too much about it, man. Some people will say Tyrese, he's no longer baby boy. He done stepped it up, man. He done stepped it up. Unfortunately for the Bucks, they have no Giannis. They also have no Dame, who got hurt in that was game 3. Yep, game 3. And now he had to miss game 4. But the Pacers said, look, you show up, whoever's on the court, at the end of the day, we play basketball. So they hit a franchise record of 22 3-pointers to beat the Bucks 126-113. And now they have a 3-1 lead. Probably about to close this thing out. Dave, is it Doc Rivers' fault? Nah, I'm just playing. Tell us how you feel about this game, man.
That's crazy you asked that, because my brother asked me that this morning. But his question was, do you think since he took over, they've gotten worse? I said, no. I said their defense improved when he got there. So I don't think they've gotten worse. But they were already a sinking ship before he got there. So it's not, and this is more so on the organization, because the coach before him should have never been fired. They were number 2 in the East at that time. And you just fire him in a half of the season. And this is his first coaching job at that as a head coach. And they fire him in the middle of the season. It was after 41 games? It was literally like half a season. Like I think that was like 30-11 at that time or something like that. And they just cut him. And then you bring in Doc Rivers. So of course they're gonna say that the Doc Rivers curse is real and all this other stuff. I'm not putting this on Doc at all. I think the Pacers just wanted this series more, and they had the advantage from early in the year. They were 4-1 against them already before the season started, before the playoffs started. Then the playoffs started, and other than Dame going off in game one, they've pretty much owned every game since then. They can't miss at all. And then it was like play after play after play. They continued to leave Miles Turner open, whether it was on the corner or the top of the key, and he was just cashing it every single time. It's like they was like, all right, y'all, we gotta stop Tyrese. I said, yeah, but you keep leaving the Miles Turner open. Stop leaving him open. And every time I said that, he was open again and made another three. I don't know what the Bucks were thinking in that game. And then no one else could really make a three other than Malik Beasley and Chris Middleton for real. I think Pat Connaughton hit a couple shots, and then Brook Lopez definitely helped out a few. But then Brook Lopez looks so slow on the court. It's like an old man playing pickup basketball.
Hey, Brandon Green.
I just don't. The Pacers are just the better team right now, and they've been the better team against this team who was favored to win it all this year. When they made the trade for Dame, they were favored to win it all this year, and now they're about to be put out in the first round. And yes, I understand that Giannis is hurt and Dame is hurt, but they beat the Bucks in the regular season with Giannis playing. So I don't think that would have made a big of a difference. I picked the Bucks because I thought that Dame was going to be able to carry the load and, play really good in playoff basketball. We've seen him be good in playoff series before. Remember against the Rockets, he took over in that game and helped them win that. Against OKC, we saw him take over the game and win that series. But it's just he just can't do it. He can't do it right now. And the Pacers they not only stepped up offensively, they stepped up defensively as well, because they were making some key defensive plays in that game. And I mean, and then look, the other night when they went to overtime, Chris Middleton put up 42 and they still lost. So I don't see the Bucks winning the series at all. I think it's over. It's over. Go ahead and get the plane ticket ready to Cancun. Just go ahead and get ready to get up out of there. And don't play. Look, I understand that you want to win this series. It's an Achilles injury. Do not rush Dame back on the court. Do not do that. I know what they said, that they're not counting him out. Don't rush him on the court. Don't even allow him to play. He sprained his Achilles. That can easily tear. So just don't do it.
Yeah, man. The Pacers, the Bucks are just not ready for the Pacers, man. They losing. They got both of their best players. I do think if Giannis was there, it would make a big difference. Cause the Pacers their defense aren't like locked down. They both are scoring. The difference is the 3-point line once again. Miles Turner can't miss. He had 11 threes the last 2 games. But and then they said, it's not like they're miss. It's not like they can't miss because they just hot. They getting wide open looks. They're shoot around. Their defense is not at the perimeter is not good. Their pick and roll defense with Tyrese Halliburton is not good. The first 2 games, y'all come out here looking like Larry Bird. I mean, he was out here cooking on it. He was dropping like 35 a game, 12 rebounds. He was cooking. And then once they got home, it kind of been like more like a team thing. Everybody chipped in. It just you can just see the difference on both teams. Game two mainly. But Middleton is playing better. I know J-Mo came on here and said Brook Lopez. Don't forget about him. He used to be a leading scorer. He's an all-time leading scorer for the Nets. And he's been playing good offensively, but like they said, he's just too slow for this offense. He's really slow. He's a mismatch out there. Miles Turner out there want to stand at the 3-point line, just like you do, Lopez. But Lopez is definitely more effective down low, obviously, as a shot blocker. So they just a terrible matchup for him, especially without Giannis. And that's why I picked them. Once I saw Giannis had that injury, I'm like, man, they not beating the Pacers. And I don't trust Dame. Never did. I mean, Dame had one good quarter for two good halves. They basically right, but he did hurt his Achilles, so I give him that. But that first game, he had like 30 the first half, and then he had like 5 the rest of the game. Oh, he didn't even score the rest of the game. You know, so but it's a wrap. Ty, good job, man.
Pascal Siakam. Talk about trades, man. This was the piece they needed. This young Pacers team, they fought for a playoff spot last year. They came back this year. Tyrese became I was gonna say all-pro or all-star. Now they got their actual guard. I'm gonna say somebody to match with Miles Turner, who can shoot the three, also play defense down low and move the ball effectively. And that's exactly what's happening in this series. I mean, Giannis would have helped because that probably would have been a good matchup between him and Siakam. But Dame tried his best. Even in this last game, Chris Middleton was like, look, I'll do my best. And then he got nicked, came back, but that wasn't enough. So for me, I think I did pick the Bucks to win this in 6. I thought Dame was going to do enough. I thought him, Middleton, and Bobby Portis was going to make something shake. Seemed like Bobby Portis still just want to fight people. I mean, it is what it is at this point. If you can't beat them, try to beat them. You know what I mean? So, man. Pacers, y'all doing y'all thing. This is a young team. Y'all going to get better. Who would they play in the next round right quick? Oh, speaking of teams that wanted more, they may have to play the Knicks. Now you got 2 teams, and we're going to see who really wanted more.
Yeah. By the way, Ty said he wanted 76ers, hashtag easy work. That's what he said.
Nah, well, you ain't getting that one. See, every time you say something about easy work, Ty, you don't get what you want.
Oh, he asked for the Bucks. He got that.
Yeah, but you can't get the 76ers, man. You're going to get the Knicks. And then
him and Tony asked for the Bucks.
I know why they did that.
Tony.
Well, look, man, people asking for things, they're not going to get it. People saying things they can't live up to. I said a lot about Bradley Beal earlier, but I ain't going to say too much about him now because it's more about the face of the NBA and Edwards. And Edwards, man. Timberwolves, first time they advanced to the second round since 2004 and swept the Big 3 in Phoenix. Now, a lot of people were saying that Phoenix should win this series, but a lot of people, if you watch basketball, know that the depth wasn't there. They did a lot to get KD. They also had to do a lot to get Bill. But the Timberwolves did a lot just to win this series. You know, also, I don't know if Ant Edwards got fined for that for the DX moment that he was having on court, but if you weren't born in the 90s, go look it up.
He hasn't, but he will be fine. Trust me. Adam Silver is not letting that pass.
Man, the fans was like, did he just?
Yeah, that was wild.
With a 122-116 win on Sunday night, Timberwolves in the Phoenix Suns season, and now Frank Vogel is wondering if he's going to keep his job. I don't understand why they talking about Frank Vogel when they really need to be talking about firing the GM at this point, because they have no picks for the next few years. Like, no picks. How are you going to build a team around these 3 when you have no draft picks, probably no cap space? Something about that eclipse, man. The Wolves definitely eclipsed the Suns. I don't got too much to say about the Suns, man. It's more so about the Timberwolves, man. Look, RBO Vaughn told us about the dynamic duo that everyone said that these 2 couldn't play together. RBO Vaughn said, hey, these 2 actually are good on the court. They actually play well with each other. Cat and Rudy Gobert, that is. With those 2, plus Ant Edwards going for almost 40. What did he drop? 40?
He dropped 40.
He dropped 40 and he did his thing. And I mean, Towns gave him 28 to go on top of that. This team right here, man, should have been the number 1 seed. But at the end of the day, the cards fell the way they did. Ant actually stepped up from that all-star performance where a lot of people was asking, was he going to be the face of the NBA? Bill fouls out. It's a good night for me. Joe?
I'll go. The Suns 3-0 against the Wolves in the regular season, 0-4 in the playoffs. That's why you can't always go by the regular season. All right, you gotta watch the actual matchup. So I was wrong in this one by far, but you talked about the face of the NBA. I'm going to talk about the old face of the NBA, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, stop it with these super teams, bro. Stop it, bro. Like, you're gonna always be attached to Steph Curry now because you went there and left. Steph Curry won without you. You probably don't care about it, but I felt like when you went to the Nets, you didn't have to get James Harden. You know what I mean? When you went to the Suns, you didn't have to get Bradley Beal. I could have traded Chris Paul and got some more role pieces that fit y'all. Listen, y'all, Kevin Durant, the worst record when scoring 45 plus points. Kevin Durant, 14-12. Then Russell Westbrook, 13-11. Devin Booker, 13-8. So what that tells me is Kevin Durant, you need a supporting cast. You are a scorer. You need a team that's going to help you just focus on scoring. And that's how Kobe was. Like Kobe needed a team around him. He needed a big. He needed some shooters around him. He needed defenders around him. You know, and that's how KD needs. He needs defenders and shooters around him, and a big. So also most points by a duo in the elimination game in the postseason history. 82, LeBron and Irving. And what was the problem? They were overwhelmed by the supporting cast of the Warriors. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, 82. Supporting cast, no supporting cast. By the way, Bradley Beal tonight, 4 field goals made, 6 turnovers, 6 fouls. And this is a reminder, they got to pay that man $50 million next year, $54 the year after that, $57 the year after that. So
bring me my money.
Yeah. So and lastly, I'm gonna say this about Ant. All right. Lastly, I'm gonna pass you, Dave. One thing listen, Ant, love his game. Great, one of the best players. I had him in my top 5, and that's why I was top 5 till he dropped it there, right? But I do want to say this right here. I put this in the chat. I want to see how he's gonna look if they lose, because they could possibly win. You never know. But if they lose, I want to see how he acts because he's doing a DX thing. I'm cool with the front running, I guess you want to say, if you have a similar attitude in the loss too. Because when they lost to the Nuggets last year and he missed that game winner, he just walked off the floor. You know, and at the time, everybody like, man, he frustrated. And that's how I was too. And now when he winning, that man stayed like celebrating. He stayed showboating. I'm like, all right. hope you feel this, don't run away when you lose. But that's all I gotta say. But he killing though. He actually owned KD and owned the series.
And my dog, man, I like what he's doing this year. And I also answered that in the chat. I said I think I didn't like what he did last year either. I that was a bad move, but I think he changed that. Oh, okay. I think that has changed. I think that has changed because of the way his attitude has changed this year. But yeah, he definitely has balled out. In his playoff career, he has 8 games with 30 plus and only 7 games less than 30. So he has more games that he scored 30 and more than he hasn't scored 30. Also, Yusuf Nurkic has a losing record in the playoffs as well. So that doesn't help Phoenix either. He's 3-17 in the playoffs. The worst win percentage in playoff history with at least 20 games. So not good. Ant put up 49-6 and made 7 threes last night. He started the game cold. Like he was not making shots. And he just came clutch in the end. He was making shots, then had a nice little a one-on-one against Bradley Beal, crossed him, and went down the paint and then dunked on KD. So KD, as you didn't mention this, Joe, KD has been swept twice in the last 3 playoffs. Twice. Both in the first round. So this is not his first round, his first sweep in the first round. And Bradley Beal, you said that you've never been swept before in your career. Well, you haven't had much of a playoff career at all. But well, hey, there's a first time for everything, and you got it now.
Hold on now.
He hasn't had much of a playoff career. When was the last time he's really done a lot in the playoffs? When was the last time you've seen him in the playoffs other than this year?
The 76ers with Russ. Those runs with John Wall in them. I now.
And the 76ers series, they won 1 game.
Yeah. He was bad. I get you on that one. But the ones with John Wall in them, he was showing up.
That was then. How long ago was that?
That was a long time ago. Very long time ago. But I'm just saying.
And then think about the trade. Remember the Bradley Beal, Chris Paul, Yusuf Nurkic, and DeAndre Ayton trade? Joe, you was talking this whole time.
My bad. This is his 9th series. his 9th series. So he been in around. Tom was like, "Oh, look, you got too much dip in your chip." Hold up.
Yeah. Whoa now.
What I'm saying is he ain't known for being like a playoff player. Is what I'm saying.
Got you. I got you. He's not like Jimmy Butler.
There you go. I wasn't comparing him to Jimmy, but since you said that, yes.
No, I'm just saying when you think of playoffs, you think of Jimmy Butler. When you think
Sure.
regular season, you think Joel Embiid.
Yeah. The NBA smart too.
Jason Tatum.
NBA smart too. Talking about some playoff Tatum. All right. Oh, okay. It's not a thing. I got you.
You seen Brunson though, and they put Spite on that corner. There's a lot of people that shouldn't have been on that corner.
Well, we know where that started from. That started from everyone.
They said playoff SGA. I'm like, bro, what you talking about?
Exactly.
They showed SGA and then they showed the whole team. I said, I see what y'all did there.
But look, the wins in this playoff from these four, from that trade with DeAndre Ayton, Yusuf Nurkic, Chris Paul, and Brad Beal. Guess how many playoff wins they've had this year?
Oh, that's easy.
0.
Same all I have.
None of them have won a playoff game because 3 of them aren't even in the playoffs.
Dang.
So
lose.
Yeah, lose. And well, KD, now you can join the Warriors in Cancun. You got you're reunited with the Warriors now.
All right, let's get it. Let's do our last words. Great words, y'all. Hey, go ahead, Tom. I'm gonna
get my last words out the way. My last words is more so Candace Parker officially announced that she retired. Great career. We're gonna hit the sound effect to that. More so because one, she's not playing with the Aces again. So Tay, y'all gonna actually have to play some basketball this year.
Man, they want to chip without her. She got another chip.
Exactly.
NBA champ, 2-time WNBA MVP finals, 1-time rookie of the year, 2-time gold medalist. Like, shout out to Candace Parker. I can't wait to see you more on TNT with Ernie and them. But those are my last words. And also, I wanted to say shout out to everybody on the Cowboys panel again. Make sure you become an all-star member so you can check that out. It was very, very interesting. You know, I didn't think that some folks would come on there and say the things they said, but, you know, we got it all out the way.
Hey, Blaze about to start a debate in the chat with Teddy already.
Well, Teddy about to go out and shoot Tom for saying that throwing Tatum name in that category.
He know it. Don't worry about it. I'll be there in a minute. All right, y'all boys have a good show, man. Appreciate it.
Good ending to the show.
Yeah.
All right, Tom.
My last words is Capitals lost, man. Capitals lost. No more playoffs for the Capitals. Alexander Ovechkin had no points. First time in his career, he didn't have a point in a playoff series.
For me and you, bro.
Man, oh man. But hey, you know, the Red Sox had a big win, you know, won the series in a walk-off fashion last night. Shout out to Tyler O'Neill. So let's get it, Boston Red Sox and Miami. We play tonight. What's it gonna be? We gonna lay down or we gonna show up? You let me know.
Do you know Miami have a higher plus minus? Bam has a plus his plus minus is in the plus side when he's on the floor. So like when he's on the floor, y'all like winning y'all games. He might not sit in that game. But my last words are shout out to the whole network. Shout out to everybody in the Refuse to Lose family. Like we said throughout the show, we're moving the time to 7 p.m. because we want more of y'all to join the show. We know how difficult it could be to get on at 9 a.m. So we're going to bring it back to 7 p.m. this Thursday. So tomorrow will be our last day doing the morning show. All right. Appreciate all the super chats that came through today. NBA playoffs has been awesome. I'm looking forward to the Celtics and Miami Heat game. This game is going to this is like a fork in the road game for Dave right now. Like for his emotions. I just know like if Miami win, he's feeling good. But if they lose, it's kind of like, see, it's over. Like I get you. Y'all need this game. This is a must win right here.
This is definitely a must win, especially without 2 of our best players.
Yes.
So
and not just that, this is a must win for Boston. Like if not saying must win like they're gonna say, but they lose.
I'm gonna say this. Boston definitely needs to win this series because 4 of the last 5 times we've beat them in the series. So they need to win the series.
Whoa, he like I gotta let you know, Teddy. we up on the series. All right. Like you said, last what? 4 and 5?
The last 4 or 5 series that we've played against them, we've won.
And the only one they won was Jimmy Butler missed a wide open 3 on the fast break.
Yep.
Dang. Okay. Let's get it. So we missed out on the Miami Heat versus Warriors finals then.
Pretty much.
That been some good, beautiful basketball right there, right? All right, then. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all tomorrow in the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.